Hello, friends. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Hanky Law. Hanky Law likes solving your problems when they happen, but loves anticipating them so they don't. They provide real people with real solutions to help get your life moving forward. Hanky Law provides criminal defense, family law, personal injury, and civil law. Listen, the legal system can be intimidating and scary. If you find yourself in the legal system, it's important to have lawyers who can explain the process, navigate the legal system, and protect your rights. Hanky Law's experienced attorneys use their knowledge to skillfully defend their clients. Maybe your family is needing representation during a stressful or emotional event. Hanky Law can help. Hanky Law is comprised of Blake and Kelsey Hanky with a family of their own, so you can trust they understand the value of keeping the best interests of you, your finances, your future, and the long-term interests of your children in mind. If you are needing legal help in North Dakota or Minnesota, go to hankyjustice.com or call 701-746-4529. Hanky Law, counselors and attorneys at law.
Welcome to the Cloud Surfing Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm back. It's been a while. It's good to be back. It's good to see everyone again, even though I don't see any of you. Today my guest is an old friend of mine, Nick Johnsrude, and I've got him coming up on a Skype call here in just a minute. So give me 1 second, I'll get him pulled up. All right, here he is. Nicholas Johnsrude joins us today on the podcast. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. It's really weird calling you Nick. I don't think I've ever called you Nick before, so that's strange.
You can call me Johnsrude if you want.
I know you as Johnsy. That's how. That's what I prefer. Johnsy, we met years ago, dude. Like 2013.
About that, yeah.
It's been It's been almost 8 years. It's wild. Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I graduated college almost 6 years ago now.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? My 10-year reunion for high school comes up in like 2 years. I'm not going, but it does come up in 2 years. It's crazy. I'm like, what? I'm out for a decade? Oh, it's just wild.
Yeah, mine might be coming up this summer. I don't know, because the whole, nobody getting together thing.
Right, no one's really aware what's going to... Well, did you see Dana White's announcing in Florida they're having no capacity on their April 14th fight night?
No, I didn't.
Wide open, man. It's 3 champ headliner fights. It's going to be dope, and they have no limit. So... if someone's going to die, it's going to be there. We're going to see. If someone's going to die, it's going to be in Florida. We'll watch them over here on the West Coast. We'll check it out from a distance. Just to see. Yeah. Be like, hey, you guys do that. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do it. We want to see if you guys die first. They have the most old people, too, which is kind of sad. They're not, the most susceptible.
Yeah.
And they have, the most elderly people.
Yeah, man.
What you been up to?
In Washington, I've been living with, the super tight restrictions for over a year now. So it's just natural to me. I'm just kind of all right, yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah, you're in Washington. You're are you near Seattle?
Yep, about 15 miles south of it.
Oh, dope. So you're real close. How was this past summer in Seattle, if I could just ask?
Oh, are you talking about the CHOP? I'm guessing that's what you're talking about.
I'm sorry?
The CHOP? Or the,
yeah. The little exclusion zone or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I went to it just to check it out.
You went? Oh my god!
I went to it.
What was it? What was that all about? What was going on?
So, basically, I got to go there after all the real hard work was done. After the streets have been cleared, and the protesters and everything. The building got evacuated. I went in after all of the blood was shed.
Okay.
So I went there on a Sunday afternoon.
It was safer.
I walked in, I'm like, oh, it was kind of neat.
The church crowd was out that night, so it was a little safe. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I was going to say, I saw it on a very small, Sunday afternoon. Not much is really going down. But, no, it was pretty peaceful, actually. Nothing crazy was going on. But there was this weird, tension in the air, too.
Yeah.
Because, one person, dropped a chair by accident. And all of a sudden, 1,000 people just, went still and just started looking around.
For, action or, violence or whatever. Yeah, man. Yep. I was in Minneapolis during that time, and our city was burning down, man. It was crazy. It's crazy. I mean, they also, let's not forget what happened first. They also murdered a man in cold blood on video. That also happened. So.
Yep, 9 entire minutes.
Yeah. We had to just make sure that I quick addressed why the riots were happening. It wasn't like they just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like everyone just decided to leave their homes one day and just kick shit up in the streets. It's not what happened at all.
Yeah.
Do you think that like the pandemic played into that at all? Like that people were like so like locked in and they just needed to get out and they were just upset, or what do you think? Do anything like that, or not really?
I think part of it was a desire to see a crowd because like when I went there, it was pretty cool actually just to look around and just see people again.
Yeah, be in public.
This was like June or July,
right?
That time frame. And so everybody's just been like locked in and everything, especially in Washington. They shut everything down.
Down. Yeah, man.
So it's like people were just kind of jumping at the opportunity just to get together again, and it was so cool because like almost everybody there was wearing a mask.
Oh yeah,
some people were still like paying attention to the rules and everything, but some people weren't.
Yeah, there was people like handing out masks too, like on the streets, and there was like people with water and stuff. It was actually like kind of cool to see the community like form a little community within the community. It's like community so many times in a row there, but straight up, it was actually kind of cool. Like people were just like, "You need water? I got water." Like no one had to go to Target and like buy their own water or anything. It was neat.
Mm-hmm. So there was this one little thing called the Conversation Cafe, where it was just like some Goodwill couches, pretty much just kind of set up in like a square.
Oh,
and
sweet!
Anybody could go in and they could just talk about like racism or you're just open to express your own viewpoints.
It was just something set up in the road, like the protesters just set up.
Yeah, some dude set it up, and he took this role like way too seriously. If you were on the couches and you weren't talking for like a certain period of time, he's like, dude, we got to cycle people through here. And like one guy was laying down on a couch and he was just freaking out over it. It's like, dude, just calm the fuck down.
Yeah, the whole point of having the couch is to stay calm and talk it out and not freak out about the dude on the couch. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
it's pretty cool too. It's like the people there were just so open to any conversation.
That's weird when you like make a little place where you can't argue with people. You have to talk here. Like no, can't argue. Nope. Like if you make people have to talk, like that'd be yeah. It's amazing what can get done. Maybe Congress should go on the couches and maybe talk it out a little bit, see what they can accomplish on those couches for a minute.
Yeah, and no, there was this one guy. He brought his wife and kids there just for a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, very cool.
It was just that calm.
Yeah, it was pretty chill. Yeah, well, it's. I feel like it kind of depends on like where. Like people were trying to, not people, but like where the tension almost was rising up was like in front of federal buildings only, places like that. And that is that just because was the federal government in charge of, right? They were in charge of defending that, and then like the local police did everything else.
I think in this specific case, so what happened was the mayor, because it was all centered around the police precinct in the Capitol Hill area. Which was just the most bizarre thing to see a police station just like boarded up with graffiti. Yeah. And you can just walk up and touch the building too if you wanted.
And they burned ours down in Minneapolis. I watched them do it. Yeah. Watched them do it. It was crazy. I've never seen some shit like that. I was like, the state patrol car is on fire. The siren's like, and like died out because it was on fire. And then they torched the building, and I'm like, this is out of control. This is really wild.
Yeah, there was this one news clip where this one protester went into a police car that was abandoned, but still had the AR-15 in there.
Oh no!
And so like he's just like starts walking around with it, and comes out of this frame is like this bald guy with a beard, and like you could tell he was prior military. He came in
disarmed the shit out of him.
And he was just kind of like told the guys like drop the weapon, and he picks up the AR-15, clears it, and then just drops it on the ground.
What a savage, dude.
Yeah, apparently that guy was a private security officer for one of the news crews that was there.
So he knew shit was going to hit the fan if he let it go any further. Yeah, you don't want that at all, dude. You don't want that at all.
So, I mean, there were times it could have gotten hot.
Yeah, well, I'm glad for the most part, although there was lots of tear gas and lots of crazy shit, like, there wasn't a whole lot of people didn't die like they could have. It could have been a lot worse, is what I'm trying to say. It could have been so much worse.
And the thing about the CHOP, too, you could just walk in and out of it. There's no security, there's no border check, it's just walk in. Oh,
really?
Yeah.
See, you hear all the time that it was, like, boarded up and you couldn't go in. So you could go in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can just walk. Anybody could walk right in.
Did you go into it at all?
Oh yeah, I mean, cause I brought my camera with me because I was like, it's a historical event.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
I thought it'd be kind of cool to see it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. So what was it like inside? Like what were the differences from outside to inside?
Actually, outside, I didn't know I was getting close until I was a block away, and I had to like Google it to see if I was like, am I going in the right direction? No, I was just a block away from it. You never know.
So it was pretty chill, no matter either way in or out.
Oh yeah, I mean, there were some people there was some ratchetness going on. I'm not saying it was some utopia that was set up.
Human nature, there is no utopia. That doesn't exist. We're grown monkeys, man. We're just thinking monkeys. Like let's get real. Let's get real.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I mean, it was just super chill inside. But like I said, it was really chill. But there was just that heightened level.
There's that
of tension
in the air that shit could pop at any moment. Like it's like an overinflated tire on the freeway, just ready. It's like right now we're good, but it could at any moment. This pitch is going, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
is it gone now? Is that shut down? Is it gone?
Oh yeah, they shut that down a long time ago.
Okay. I just never you only heard about it when like. You didn't really hear about anything after the initial, like when it was still called CHAZ, I think, when it was the original name.
So basically, it was called CHAZ, and I rode the bus to downtown Seattle that day.
Okay.
It was just a lot easier than having to find parking and all that.
Yeah.
And so, because I live this one suburb down.
Okay, so you're nearby.
Yeah. And so I was just parked my car for free at the shopping mall, and then I just took the bus up downtown.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, why not?
And it's like when I got on the bus, it was Chaz, and then they changed the name to Chop, like as I was on my way.
Oh man, on the way there they changed the fucking protocols. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I didn't really hear once like the initial like they boarded it up. Once that was out of the way, like no one covered it anymore. It was like all Portland after that, you know.
Oh yeah.
I think Portland's
I thought about going down to Portland to check that one out, but I was like, no.
I think Portland's still going.
It might be. If it is, I haven't heard much of it.
That's what I'm saying, though. After it's been a while, everyone's like, all right, dude, we get it. Like,
yeah.
You know.
But no, Portland's a whole different animal, though, because it's like homeless people, they're allowed to just camp anywhere.
Okay.
Like, it's the most bizarre thing, because like when you drive over the Washington-Oregon border, it's like just a day and night change.
Dang, really?
Yeah, because at least like in Washington, like our homeless people are incorporated into the tree line.
Okay.
So unless you're like really looking for them, you're probably not going to notice it.
Right.
But in Portland, I mean, it's just like mowed patches of grass on the side of the freeway.
That's what's going on in Vegas, dude. That's literally what's going on here. There's tents off freeways, underpasses, right outside my house. This is going to sound terrible, but I gave a guy $5 to go somewhere else. It sounds terrible, but like he was outside my fucking apartment just screaming. Literally, it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, bro, I gotta sleep, man. I gotta be up in the morning. Damn. So I went and gave him $5 to go get food at the 7-Eleven up the road, and so he just walked over there and he chilled up there for the rest of the night. Like, thank God. Oh, I had to sleep. Man. Everyone's, you paid off for homeless guy? No, I had to sleep, man. I'm sorry. I know it's mean. I know, but I was so tired. Tired. So what have you been up to these days, dude? What you up to?
Let's see. I started my new job like 6 months ago.
Very cool. Like it?
It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's a company that actually believes in treating their employees well, which it feels weird still.
That's crazy. So it's
I know.
So we're not working for Walmart or Menards or anything like that.
No. No, just a place that sells streetlights.
That's sweet, dude. That's pretty sweet.
Yep, before that, because of the first job that I had out here, COVID kind of made it disappear. I was working for a construction company doing the scheduling for the remodeling projects. Cool. And so once, construction took a hit.
Oh, I know what that's like. I moved to Vegas to do comedy, and then they were like, actually, we're closing it. And then it's, okay. That's actually why I came here. I don't know what to do now.
So how's that going? Do you still go to clubs and whatnot?
Yeah, dude, I have a show night at 9, actually. It's going to be pretty sweet. I think there's going to be 15 people there. But I'm just working on my pay-per-view. Like, I have a pay-per-view event on the 17th of April.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited. I think that's a crowd of 1,200 in-house and over 100,000 tickets already worldwide. So it's pretty sweet.
Nice.
That's crazy, actually. I'm trying to downplay it because... What's that?
Are you headlining it?
I headline. Well, I don't know. I don't know because I don't actually know because I covered your face by accident.
There's like 8 performers, and they're all the dopest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like Randy Couture, the lady that shoots flaming bow and arrows from her feet, that was on like America's whatever Talented House or whatever that show is. America's Got Talent. There's Sean Cooper from like, it's just Sean Cooper. There's like 2 bands. So it's pretty sweet. There's a lot of like it's only headlining acts like in this event.
Okay.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
It's crazy.
I don't think we've seen each other since that one open mic night.
Yeah, that was so fun though, dude. That mic night in Fargo was really fun.
It was.
That was a
fun
fun
night. My first time getting on stage in years.
That was like 3 years ago already.
2.
2 years? 2 years ago?
Yeah. 2 years.
Because that was before I moved to Minneapolis. I was still living in Grand Forks then. Yeah. 2 years. 2 years ago. 2 years, maybe. I don't know. Time's a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, dude, you went off and you joined the OCS with the Navy.
Yeah. That was it was a learning experience.
How was your first of all? So, how did you get started with that? How did you get recruited? Did you get recruited, or did you recruit to them? Like, did you go to them? So
I had to go to them, and I don't know if it was a test or not, but this guy was almost impossible to find. I just emailed the Navy's like general recruiting email. I did almost everything I could think of to find the guy. I even went to a Marine Corps recruiting station to see if they would be able to help me. No. And he was more than happy to help me become a Marine officer.
Oh, yeah. That's honestly how I got started in the Marine LCS, was because I was looking at Navy OCS. Remember at UND they had those posters and they were like, "We start at $40,000. Join our flying team," or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I was going to look for them, and the Navy and the Army or the Marine Corps was like, "We can guarantee your jet." And I was like, "I'm coming your way, actually. Then I'll come on over."
Guarantee your jet. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. If they're gonna
guarantee your jet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was in my contract to be Marine Air and to be fighter course, so I was guaranteed to be in the fighter side of the shit. Oh, okay. We all know how that worked out.
Yeah, for me, it's like I just got super complacent. Well, it took almost a year to get there.
Okay.
Just from the first time I tried to like reach out to the guy for recruiting.
Yeah.
Because there was like snagging my medical paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And so that pushed my MEP state.
Oh,
and the way that they do, well, I mean, you know, but I'm just kind of giving background, you know, for the
Did you go to MEPS or did you get your DODMERP?
I went to MEPS.
Okay, yeah.
Because I only had to do the physical portion.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do the ASVAB.
Okay. Very cool.
I took the OAR at a different time, the Officer Aptitude Rating.
Yep. And what'd you score? I'm just curious on the OAR.
I was either 51 or 54.
That's pretty fucking good.
From what I hear, I don't know. I just took the test, and the guy was like, 51? I'm like...
I got a 49, and I was immediately fast-tracked to a fighter slot. So 51, 54 is fucking insane.
I guess.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really smart.
It's kind of like my SAT score. It's like, I mean, you know, if there was money riding on it, I couldn't even.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why aren't we gotta? That's a good idea, dude. We gotta start paying kids for better. The better you get score on the SAT or ACT, we're gonna give you a bonus to graduate, dude. Yeah. You know how many people would start studying their asses off for the ACT every year? We'd see our scores in America just. Whoop. There's one thing I learned with Americans: whether they're a child or an adult, you give them money, they'll do something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but no. Anyway, so yeah, the process was so like long and drawn out that it's just kind of like I feel like it's designed for that. You know, just to like make sure that people still have the heart to do it.
Right.
Because it's like once I got selected, I was hoping for Supply Corps originally.
Okay.
But I got picked up for SWO.
Okay.
Which do you know much about?
I don't know. I don't know a ton about it, but I know of it. I've had friends that have been selected for that.
Oh, for SWO?
Yeah.
How do they like it?
Not very much. Not very much at all. It's like, yeah, they don't like it that much. They can't get out of it is the problem. They can't switch away. But they're having a really hard time finding a different job that... Well, it's not finding a different job. It's leaving their current MOS to go somewhere else. It's like hard for them to... Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, the SWO community has to let you out before you can go to anywhere else. So it's like, no, we still need you. Well, that's like their retention rate is 14%, and they'll give you $100,000 to stay.
Oh my God, 14%.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't too thrilled when I got selected, because basically, the original plan was just like I applied for Supply Corps because their board meeting was first.
Okay.
And then SWO was kind of my backup. Well, SWO decided to hold an emergency meeting all of a sudden.
Oh no! And they got you.
Yeah.
They got you first. Sad boy hour.
Oh god. So basically, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'll still get the commission. It's still a good resume builder. It's a stable job for 4 years.
Yeah.
There's a recession coming.
Yeah. Exactly. No, it's
yeah. So basically, after I got selected and everything, I was like, okay, June, I think 15th was supposed to be my ship out date.
okay.
And then it got pushed back 6 weeks.
Yep. Classic.
And it just made my mind even more time to like really think about it.
Yep.
And I think for me, it's like one of the biggest red flags I had was just like, you tell people it's like, oh yeah, I got accepted as a SWO in the Navy. They're like, oh cool, because I could do civilian. They're like, oh, join the Navy, that's awesome.
Yep.
But any person that I told that was actually in the Navy, they all had the same response you get to somebody that's like a fine arts major.
It's like you are gonna hate your life, dude.
That was a huge red flag.
Yeah.
And also, in that last 6 weeks, physically training, I just kind of got complacent.
I
was
get
like,
you.
Whatever, I'll get back in shape when I get there. Cause,
No, that's a bad idea.
yeah. Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. It's like all the advice I was given beforehand. I didn't realize this at the time, but it's like all the advice I was given for like how to survive OCS was given to me by people that went through the enlisted side. And they're two entirely different worlds.
Very
like,
different
enlisted,
worlds.
You sign the contract, they have you for 4 years. Their only way out is medical. It's like if you don't like it,
But yeah, the only good way out is medical. The only good
way out.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can get out other
Like
ways.
hates their life so much, they'll smoke a bowl right before their drug test just to be like, all right, well, failed it. It's like, all right, I'm out.
Doesn't
It's
that
like,
get you? That gets you court-martialed though. That doesn't get you.
I thought it was other than Arnold. I don't know. You just hear like dumb stories of people doing things like that. You never actually see it.
You might have to like be good with whoever's testing your shit too to be like, I'm trying to get out of this bitch. Can you help me? You could be that too.
Yeah.
Hey man, can we break my leg back here? You got a hammer? Can we do something?
Well, that's the thing. It's like with the physical training aspect of it, it's like people would say, it's like, oh, just, work out even a little bit, just get in some good shape, and you'll be so much better than some other people, because, like, no, that's not how it works at all.
Not on the OCS side, man. Those guys are fucking running 3 miles every day.
Yep.
That was
Oh, yeah.
That was the crazy thing with. Did you guys do 1.5 miles, or did you guys do 3 mile runs in the Navy?
Mile and a half for the PFT, and then 3 miles, I think, once or twice a week. They said you can expect to run about 20 miles.
Dude, yeah, we
per week.
our PFT was a 3 mile run. However many pull-ups you could do in 60 seconds, however many sit-ups you could do in 2 minutes, and I can't remember the other thing. But either way, it was like, god damn, when you hit 1.5 miles, especially because I was Air Force ROTC and switched to Marine OCS, so like you go from 1.5 miles with the Air Force boys, and I was finishing like in the top 10% every race, and then I go to the OCS, and we're doing 3 mile runs, and I'm fucking dead last the first run, because I was like just absolutely on my last lung with these boys. It was crazy. It was a crazy switch.
And then another piece of crappy advice that did not translate whatsoever was just they're like, the drill instructors, like, they'll motivate you, they'll keep you going. No.
No, they hate you.
How OCS works.
They hate you, especially because they're enlisted and they want you to. They are premeditating their hatred for you as an officer when you're going through OCS. They already know they're gonna hate you later, so they're letting you know now.
That was kind of the vibe for a lot of people at Naval Station Newport.
Yeah.
It was just like they just didn't want to be there.
Not at all, dude.
You have somebody that's like a petty officer first class, and they're just like surrounded by people that it's like some guy who's like in his like mid-30s, so it's like PO1. And then, just surrounded by, like, 22-year-olds, newly minted ensigns.
Yep.
That are just like, this is my base now.
Dude, I remember one of my friends, he was a brand new second lieutenant in the Air Force. And a chief, I think, which is, like, top of the enlisted, unless you get specialty ranking. But, like, he comes up and he, like, fully eyes him up and down and just goes... and then walks by him. No salute, no acknowledgement, nothing. And it's like, what are you going to do if a chief does that? Are you going to yell at him? That's the chief. It's just like, no. It's not. Come on.
That's basically what they said for the first, a couple of years. Just don't expect.
I was so dead. Just gave him a scuff and walked by. Like, bitch, I've been in this game for 25 years. Get out of my way. Like, that's crazy.
And deep down, you deserve it.
Oh, absolutely. I would never. I'm telling you right now, if I was a freshly minted lieutenant, I would be going to the chief all the time for help. I'd be like, hey, man, what do you do in this spot? If you're cool with them, they're cool with you. You just got to be cool with them.
It's all a roll of the dice if you get a good chief or not.
My friend's dad was the greatest chief ever. Shout out Chief Alexander. Cody, my friend Cody, everyone knows, my people listening know who Cody is, but his dad was a chief, and he was at the 126th or the 128th in Milwaukee, the air refueling ring. I can't remember. But dude, he was the shit. He was the shit. He would be like talking to his senior airman. He'd be like, all right, if you can shoot this basketball from here and make it, I'm immediately promoting you to staff sergeant. You are immediately like that. That's how he treated his guys, and they loved him, and they got everything they needed to get done. What was your experience with dealing with brass and dealing with enlisted? Like, what was your experience?
Well, the thing is, I never really had too much experience because my DD2 it'll come up later in the story, but I have 39 days of active duty service. That's it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have
a whole lot of interaction.
But I did get to deal with some newly minted ensigns, though.
How was that?
Most of them were pretty chill, but I encountered one that's like you can tell the gold bar went straight to her head.
Oh yeah, the gold bar is
And so it's like I'm doing sweepers in one of the classroom areas, and I don't know when they made the schedule for these sweepers, but it's at 2 in the afternoon because that's when all the classes should have been done.
Okay.
But that must have been years ago when they changed the schedule, so it's just still people going by, so you're just like mopping.
Okay.
And I didn't know what the Navy way of mopping was, which apparently is where you mop one half and then you mop the other. It's like
that's weird, but okay. I didn't know that either.
There's always like dry, tile to walk on. I guess is the concept of it.
I get you.
And it works in like an empty building.
Yeah.
But I didn't know any of this, and so like this ensign came up to me, and she was just kind of like, "Oh, so which half is the dry half?" I'm like, She like starts like going off on me, and it's just kind of like, look at the tag says student pool. I obviously have no idea what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, and it's like, first of all, there is a big discrepancy with calling it a gold bar. It is a butter bar because you're soft. You're a butter bar because you are soft and you are at the bottom. You don't get the steel in your post until you can make it there. Like, the way that I was described it was like you have a butter bar because you're soft and you can get squished and you're not shit. Then you get the steel bar and it's a little stronger, and then you get 2 steel bars, and then you get like, it's just the way it goes up, because then you get like a colonel, the bird, you get higher, then you get a star with general and you're even higher. So, you start at being a mushy piece of warm butter. So if you're going to yell at someone for mopping wrong, bitch, remember you're butter. You aren't shit. You're microwave butter. You're probably, I can't believe it's not butter. You're probably fake butter.
Here's the fun part of the story.
Tell me.
So a captain turns the corner. He's like chewing me out. And he gave her a leadership lesson.
Oh, in front of you too?
Oh yes, I just had to just stand there at attention.
Dude, but that's like the ultimate slam dunk. You're on the side and the captain's like, "Hey, bitch, listen up." Oh, it's like the ultimate slam dunk. That's great.
He was pretty kind to her because he could tell it's like this is her first time with actual
Right, but he's still brass, and she probably still got scared straight a little bit, which is just.
Oh yeah.
And you're just chilling off to the side watching it happen, and it's just great when that happens.
Well, that's you have some crazy experiences like that in Naval Station Newport, just because there's a lot of reasons for officers to just be there.
Yeah.
There's Officer Candidate School for one.
Yep.
There's Officer Development School, which is it's a 6-week program, and it's for people that are like doctors, lawyers, things like that. Basically, the people that the Navy doesn't want to scare away.
The people that we need to retain.
Yeah. They get full internet access from day one. It's like
they get full internet access.
So it's like they're learning how to be officers. Because as a doctor, you're probably not going to have to choose somebody out.
That was funny. That was funny. That was really funny.
So, it's like you'll have things like that, and then you have the U.S. Navy War College, which is also there. Weirdest experience I had was I went to because they had a museum there.
Okay, yeah.
And there's only 5 things to do at Newport if you're not being told what to do 24/7.
Which is rare.
So you have a little bit of time to kill. So I went to the museum. It was free. And then, it's like I'm in the gift shop, and all of a sudden 4 captains just walk in. And I'm petrified. I have no idea what the hell to do. So I'm just like, do I stand at attention? What?
Wait,
I don't know.
Captains in the Navy, that's a gold leaf, right?
Yeah, it's 06. So there's the bird.
Oh, a captain's so that's like colonel in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's 4 of them. And I'm just standing there.
Fuck.
You're in the headlights. And they just went on with their day. They looked at a T-shirt and
were they like the lawyer type colonels then, or like the doctor type colonels? Because I know like when you join as a doctor, or like if you join the Air Force as a doctor, you're immediately a captain, like right off the bat.
Yeah, well, this is the war college, so I think they were just
just upper ranking officers. I get you.
Yeah, but no, it was just so surreal.
What was it like being on base there? Do you have any good times while you're on base?
Oh yeah, I mean plenty. It's a very scenic base because it's like in Newport, Rhode Island, one of the richest zip codes.
It's beautiful
in the US.
On the coast. Yeah, exactly.
So you get like this amazing view of the bay and everything. There's like the bridge. It's like really picturesque. Sunsets are amazing because
hell yeah.
Basically when you're in student pool, you're allowed to just walk around the base.
Oh,
it's kind of like a minimum security prison.
Sweet, dude. That's great.
Yeah, it's great until it's like you walked the same path like how
40 times, and you can see your footprints from earlier. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much. But yeah, basically, I didn't really make it through just because of the fact that I didn't, physically prepare enough. The first PRT, it's like I realized I was a little bit out of shape, so I just like ran harder than I should have.
I get you.
And I was starting to get dizzy.
Yep.
And then they say it's like if you're getting dizzy, stop.
Chill out. Yeah.
Okay, it's like I just won't tell anybody.
It's much less paperwork. It's much less paperwork.
Trucking.
Yeah.
And then just didn't really pan out. So,
yeah, not everything works out, dude. Especially like. Here's a lot of things that a lot of military people will completely agree with anyone on, is that your idea of what you're going to do before you go and then what it actually is after you get there, I mean, that's like going to the fucking moon. It's a whole different world. Not even close to what your recruiter said. Not even close to what the pictures on the website look like. It's they're like, oh, look at this, look at these barracks, and they've got like hotel-looking ass rooms, and you get there and it's this open bay with like steel bars and shit. It's like, this is not at all what I was told I would be. But you signed it, so fuck. What are you gonna do? So it's two different worlds completely. So there's no shame in not.
I still remember. It's cool. The thing is, I feel like I dodged a huge bullet just because of the fact that it's like Swell was my designator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. I was trying to avoid saying it would suck, but it would suck. That would suck really bad.
And this even like in OCS, like because there's 3 different phases. There's the indoctrination phase, which is everything that you think of boot camp as. Getting all that, waking up at the ass crack of dawn, things like that.
Yep.
And then once you move up to the second level, it's you're all in the classroom.
Yep.
And so you're learning, about the Navy and stuff. And then the third phase is the candidate officer phase, which is applied leadership.
Okay.
So they're the ones that are actually like in charge of you and like leading you from place to place because they got to learn how to lead people themselves.
So they're basically like cadet officers, basically. They're learning.
Pretty much. They're in the khakis and everything.
They're learning. Yeah.
So they're 3 weeks from graduation.
What does your rank look like when you're going through that program? Do you guys, because like with OCS on the Marine side, it looks different. In like ROTC, all the rank is like a bar or like a slash. It's different.
Bars, just varying degrees of bars.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's like ROTC looking rank.
Pretty much, yeah. But no, it's definitely a whole different experience.
So you were in for 39 days.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it like having to those 39 days? What was your 39 days of active work? What were those like?
So basically, when I entered student pool, it's they're a very welcoming group because you kind of have to be because nobody showed up to Newport wanting to be processed out.
Okay, I get you.
So I call it the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. But some
Green
people
Day was in the Navy. We didn't know Green.
Yeah. Some people, they take it differently. Like for me, I was able to get over it in an afternoon.
Okay.
Because I kind of felt trapped into going.
Okay.
Just because it's like you tell everybody that you're going, everybody's amped for you. You can't just be like, I kind of decided against it.
Yeah, dude. No, social pressure is huge, and a lot of times you dig your own holes, and I've been there. Shit.
And this didn't play a role in, me, like, being pressured in at all. He was actually very cool about the whole thing. My dad was a senior chief petty officer.
Oh, damn! I never knew that. How did I never know that? That's crazy.
I thought that I was a Navy kid once a couple times.
I knew you were a brat, but I didn't know your dad was a fucking high-ass, like, damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Yeah. I wasn't Worried exactly. It was just kind of like it's a hard text to send to anybody.
I'm sure your dad understood though. Being a prior,
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee being a prior probably helped him understand more than
Definitely.
others.
And he was just like, I'd rather see you happy back in Washington than miserable in Pearl Harbor.
That's a good fucking dad, dude.
Or Norfolk, Virginia. I mean, for playing a numbers game. I was probably going to go to that shithole anyway.
Norfolk? Fucking... Dude, everyone, like, pretends like Norfolk is great until they get an opportunity to leave, and they're like, out. Like, they're just trying to get the hell out of there the second they can leave. And, oh, it's great here. Everything's great. The weather's fine. Do you want to leave? Yes. Like...
Yep, pretty much. But no, I do. I mean, I still know some people that made it through the whole program and they're officers now, and I'm really proud of their achievements too. Like my original hatchmate, he got his flight suit.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Congrats! Shout out hatchmate. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's like my first hatchmate too. So it's like everybody has like it's a special bond.
Yeah, dude.
That first hatchmate that you get for both. It's like,
dude, when you're getting the shit beat out of you while you're utterly confused. The only other people who are going to understand that are the other dudes next to you, so it's like a different bond. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever have a moment?
We're also like a really tight group too.
Yeah. Did you ever have a moment when you're like doing push-ups in the dirt and you're like, "How the hell did I get here? Like, what series of events have I done to end up where I'm at right now? Shit."
So to let everybody know that I got to Newport and everything, I took a Snapchat. And I said, it's like, this is the story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Exactly, dude. Like,
and I just shut the phone off and I walked in and checked it myself in.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
So, but yeah, it's like the student pool though. It's like I said, it's like everybody's there for different reasons. Some people, like I was able to get over it pretty quickly because like I finally felt free.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, it wasn't sort of just like this, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm just kind of like, I don't have to do that anymore.
You felt like you had opportunities now instead of a lack of them.
Oh, it was a huge weight off my shoulder because I was honestly kind of dreading it. Okay. And that last 6-week period really gave me time to think about it.
Especially, yeah, dude.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's like, some people, I call it Lieutenant Dan syndrome, where it's just like you can tell that being a naval officer was their entire life.
It's their bread and butter. A Lieutenant Dan syndrome. That's hilarious.
So that was my first hatchmate when I was in student pool. It's like, I mean, we lived together for like 2 weeks.
Do you think he's sticking it out for the 20?
No, he was getting, I forget why he was getting processed out, but no, he was...
Oh, damn.
He left like, about 2 weeks when I was in.
Okay.
Because you're expected to be there for about 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
On average. Some people, if there's like a medical problem, it takes a lot longer for them to get separated out.
Okay.
That was one person I knew. She had a reason that, medically she had to be separated out. And it was just a lot easier for her to drop her belt and just drop entirely because that checkout process is 5 to 6 weeks as opposed to medical where they have to fix you. And Yeah, so she was just kind of like, you know what, I already missed my kids' birthdays. I don't want to drag this out any longer.
Especially if you've got kids, too. Yeah, like, sounds like she was just trying to do something for her family, too, which is kind of shitty when it's like, damn.
Yeah, it worked. Actually, I still keep in contact with her. It worked out. She got a pretty good job doing IT work with the county that she worked with.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. IT work that is the only job right now that's hiring more people than colleges can produce, period. Every other field does not have that.
Mm-hmm.
Just crazy.
But I still have like 3 people that I still actively talk with.
Awesome.
And we're all we're making it.
That's good.
It's that first year out though. That's the hardest.
Yeah. Well, apparently, especially like because that was like a year and a half ago, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep,
and then
July 28th was my first day in.
And then shortly after that, the fucking world shut down. So like it's been a weird couple of years for you.
Yeah, it has been. And actually, when I got processed out, my DD-214 date was September 3rd.
Okay.
And so one of my friends from student pool, he got out 2 weeks before I did, and he's from New York City.
Oh,
and
sweet.
he said like, hey, if you're ever in New York, just let me know. So I let him know, and I took a bus from Providence, Rhode Island, to New York City, and was there for 4 days.
Dude, especially like if an unexpected trip to like a city like that too, it's like that's just exactly what you need to pick yourself up a little bit,
Oh yeah, it was super refreshing because it's like I went from Naval Station Newport, where it's kind of like a small town.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like walking out, and there's thousands of people everywhere.
Yeah, it's like you left a little world and entered the real world again. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's been a huge growing experience, and you learn a lot from it, and
You're doing well, so I mean, obviously you're doing just fine. You're doing great in life, so obviously you're great. You're great, man. And I mean, like when I met you at Beta, like obviously I kind of figured you'd be one of the better guys that I would know in my life because you're older than me, number one, and I needed some responsibility in my life and someone to teach me how to do that. So that was a little nice. Because like I don't know if you remember that summer at Beta was fucking out of control. That summer at Beta was absolutely out of control.
When you're the responsible one, living at Beta over the summer is just, it just shaves years off.
That's what I'm saying. I remember you came out one day with your arm and you had lint like 6 inches thick and it was all the way up your arm and you were like, guys, this is from one dryer. Like we gotta clean out the fucking dryer lint. You can't just
hands on its own.
You can't just throw in your sorry Johnsy, sorry the whole front yard. Sorry Johnsy, we didn't know. Like
fire pit. I hate that fire pit. Like, more the words could put it in, you know.
The fire department. You guys can't have fires in that. Okay, yeah, okay. They leave. All right, well, you guys want to melt some glass? We gotta melt this glass, everyone. Like,
throw entire pallets on there. Or...
Man, that fire got hot. Mm-hmm. That fire got hot, dude.
Yeah.
I loved it. We had a great time there.
I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong. But there were some times where it was like, I dreaded coming home from work some days. We're working at Happy Harry's, too, so I get off work at, like, midnight.
Yeah, and then you come to the house.
Home cold sober, going home.
We weren't. Come home and the house is just, like, the flooring in the kitchen's torn up. We're going to replace the flooring! Guys, no, you're not. It's going to be like this for a month.
Mm-hmm. We're taking all the doors off.
Yep. I tried to clean the tile in the pledge room, and we just ripped all the tiles up instead by accident. Like, we fucked that room up. My bad. That's, ooh. Turns out you can't just dump acid on the ground, and you can't just do that. I guess that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So what are you thinking about doing, man? What's your plans for the upcoming year? Now that things are starting to open up.
Gonna
go vacation or do anything?
I haven't really figured that part out yet, because basically before COVID started, like. I was kind of bitter about the whole thing just because, like, I finally got my life together.
Mm-hmm. Same.
You know?
Same.
So, like, I was, making pretty good progress on getting over the whole Navy thing. Because I think for me, it's like, I was still hanging on to some of
that mental fog. Yeah.
It's like I'd still listen to, like, Anchors Away randomly, or, I still have my PT shorts that I would wear.
Nostalgia. But, Oh, yeah, dude. I still have my ABUs in my closet because I don't have the heart to throw them away.
I basically took anything with the word Navy on it, put it in a bag, and went to a thrift store 2 suburbs down.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should just help get that chapter in your past. I should grab all my because I did 3 branches. I did the Army, the Air Force, and the Marines. I did all 3. I got kicked out of all 3 medically. All 3 of them. What's that?
Navy wasn't cool enough for you?
I was trying to get to the Navy, and the Marines got me.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
I was actually looking for their office, and their office is in, like, so you walk into the Fargo, like, OCS building, and the left door is the Navy, and the right door is the Marines at the time. And so I walked in, I thought they were just doors. Hey, what's up? I'm here. And they're, like, all, like, really strong dudes, and they have workout equipment next to their computers. I'm like, this is not the Navy. This is the other half of the Navy. This is... Hey, these guys fought and killed people. Like, these guys are crazy. But yeah, it was fun working with the Marines, man. Those guys are some of the toughest motherfuckers I've ever been with in my life. In my life, dude. They're crazy. There is nothing that they're like, hey, we have to run 20 kilometers that way. And everyone just, okay, gets their bag on and just I'm like, 20 fucking kilometers? You know how long that is? I'm having, like, a mental breakdown, and everyone else is like, well, we gotta go, dude. Like, they didn't care. It was cool to be around that.
So at OCS, they use Marine Corps drill instructors instead of just Navy ones.
God bless you.
And my first interaction with the drill instructor, it's like it wasn't me that it happened to. I was 5 people back, but I guess he was just like standing too close to the person ahead of him, and he just like took him out of line and just yelped. I mean,
just trashed him.
1,000-yard stare. We all have to look dead ahead of us.
Yep.
So in the peripheral, right about here,
kind
of fuzzy, but I could still make out what's going on. Like the most jacked person I have ever seen in my entire life.
Where they can't roll their sleeves because it's too tight. Their arms are too big.
Yep, and he was like, what?
Yeah.
Just like, I was terrified for the guy.
Dude, you have that, like, rush of anxiety in your chest, like, oh, shit, what did I, like, yeah.
And there was a female drill instructor. We were doing PT one morning, and like she corrected me. She's just kind of like, $90,000. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, dude, female, they're almost scarier. Because, like, you don't know what's going on under the hood there. Dude, I had one of them, I swear to God, it didn't happen to me, but I did see it happen to the person in front of me. She comes out of line, grabs this guy because he wasn't in step. He like literally could not get in step. And he made her run next to her for like miles and miles in step until he got it down. And it's like, but she's running the miles too. Like, it's not like she's not running it too, you know?
Yeah, he sprints his PFD.
Unreal. That sounds like Nick Liebert. Shout out Nick Liebert, he listens. But dude, that guy is those dudes are fucking, like, max out their PFTs. It's like, what are you doing? How did you do this? Tell me. Give me the ropes. I don't know how you did this.
Yeah. But no, it was definitely an experience. I call it like the craziest summer camp I've ever been to.
Yeah, that would be a crazy... That's a great term for it.
Mm-hmm. But one thing I was pretty fortunate about is, like, I knew how to be a civilian when I left.
Right, yeah.
I didn't get, like, thrown into this world where all of a sudden nothing that you ever did matters. You're just like, well, now what? The only thing that kind of sucked is, like, I liked the life that I lived in Fargo.
Yeah, same. I really enjoyed North Dakota.
Yeah, I had a pretty, good setup, my own one-bedroom apartment, a job that I liked, all my friends were close.
Yeah. No, I get it, dude. I feel it every day of the week. I only have, like, 3 friends in Vegas right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone else is just...
my roommates
everyone's gone, man. Gone. First of all, every comedian that was worth a name in Vegas left during the pandemic and moved to Austin. Same with LA. Like, everyone's in Austin. All the LA comics, Vegas comics, a lot of the East Coast comics, they're all in Austin, Texas now.
That's crazy.
I should fucking go. I should go to Texas. See what everyone's up to. Get myself a $3,000 electricity bill in 1 week. See, fuck around and find out. You know what I mean?
What happens when you deregulate things?
I'm actually curious about what is a solution to Texas's power grid. Do you think is it just combining it with the western and eastern grids, or do you think? Okay, so it is combining, because I wasn't sure. Like, our power grid is so like patched together, because it's built city by city and then it built into an international grid afterwards. So it's almost like Texas is almost like a wake-up call, and especially after seeing what, like, some cyber attacks can do in, like, Saudi Arabia when they shut down, like, everybody's computers permanently gone. They, like, ruin, like, 50,000 machines and just shut off lights, shut off everything. It's like, well, if you could shut off one grid and it's connected to the other grids, wouldn't you be able to shut off? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but, like, I feel like there's got to be, like, some sort of infrastructure, like, decision being made here pretty quick, because our roads are crumbling. We have Texas is just black, and then the citizens get charged $3,000 for the luxury of being freezing cold for a whole week. I guess, like, I don't understand. Like, is it a federal level? Is it a state? How do we fix this shit?
I think a lot of it was just Texas trying to be Texas. They were just kind of like, we don't need regulations, we don't need any of this. It's all privatized, and then all of a sudden, private corporations do what private corporations do.
And
it's just...
and didn't one of them file, like, bankruptcy too after all this?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's crazy. How can you do that? How is that okay? You charge everyone $3,500, keep the bill on the table, file bankruptcy yourself because you can't afford it. Like, what are you talking about? Do you not see the irony in what you just did? Like, idiots. It drives me crazy. Like, why can they just dump their bill on the taxpayers every time, and then if you're poor, you've got to just, like, lose your house, go to a homeless camp, live, like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, honest question, because I'm a very liberty-minded person, but I also understand that not everything can just be a fucking free-for-all. Like, there's got to be rules, because, again, we're grown monkeys and we do stupid shit. Like, we need to have some rules in place, otherwise we're gonna fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
We have rules in place, and we are fucking up. Like, it's...
growing up in the 2008 recession, that kind of, like, hardened me, I guess, on, like, private companies, and just kind of made me go, like, no.
How the hell did they get off with all this? Yeah. There's definitely, like, because don't get me, like, I have my own business. I run a small business. I like private ventures, but I'm not, but there's a point where if you're like let's say all these companies that introduce IPOs and they're doing great for years and years and years, and then they bankrupt. Well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't understand why you still get your pensions, why you still get because, like, if a small factory in town closes down, all those people lost their jobs and their pensions. So why, if Citibank shuts down, why do they get to keep their bonuses and pensions? I don't get it. I just don't understand. I honestly, genuinely don't understand the logic.
Was it donated to enough campaigns?
It's got to like there's only dirty money involved in shit like that. I can't think of like a logical way that it makes sense to pay the people who trash the economy to just leave. Like, we're gonna give you your $40 million. It's gonna be great. Everything's fine. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. But then it's like when the idea of like helping people out in the middle of a pandemic happens. Oh.
That's what I said. Dude, and I also made a joke. I was like, hey, I haven't heard much from my anti-vax friends lately. What's going on? And like, because, what's up, everyone? Where y'all at? Like, that was before everyone thought that the fucking current vaccine has a goddamn microchip in it or whatever bullshit the new idea is.
And people buy into it. That's the thing.
How the fuck are they going to put a microchip that small in a fluid, like, and how many microchips are there? Because they come in a vial, so what, you just have, like, you gotta circle up the microchips and hope you get a couple per, like, what? I don't understand.
Just at the bottom.
Just think about it for 2 minutes. Think it through. Does this make sense? It does not make sense.
Argument to, like, anybody that says, like, oh, they're gonna, putting microchips and they're gonna track us all, I'm like, how important do you think you personally are?
Well, not only that, how many private companies are doing it? I've counted 5. So... Yeah. It's not all this shit that everyone's so worried the federal government's coming in to step on your rights. No. You're giving it to the private companies every day of the week when you sign those stupid terms and conditions because you want to look at funny videos on TikTok. Like, have some integrity. Like, if you don't sell yourself, stop selling your data, man. You got to stop. And people, until people realize, like, they're the only thing that's going to stop this shit, it's never going to, in my opinion.
Yeah, if we all left Facebook, their power would be gone.
Dude. Do people still go on Facebook?
I keep it around just because I like posting fun, original statuses.
After they blocked, like, I made a joke. I can't remember what I said, but honestly, the thing that got me banned for a month straight was I wrote Ryan's being a little bitch again in an office group from The Office, because that's a quote from Michael Scott. Mm-hmm. And they were like, this goes against our bullying and harassment policy. And I'm like, it's a quote! It's a quote from The Office!
Yeah, man.
So yeah, after that, I was like, see ya. I deleted the app. I was like, I don't need your shit. I don't need this shit.
Oh yeah, I haven't had the Facebook app in years. I just go on mobile.
It auto-posts from, like, when I post on my Instagram, it'll, like, put the picture on Facebook, too. That's about as far as it goes. I have no idea what people are up to. I don't care if it's your birthday anymore. Sorry, guys. I used to log in. Whose birthday is there? Can I poke anyone? And now it's just like, hey, QAnon took over the Capitol. Oh, this escalated very quickly, didn't it? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was a crazy day. I still remember where I was. I was just at work, and somebody was just like, dude, like, all those protesters, like, storming the Capitol. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Then you go on Google, and it's like, whoa. Whoa.
I was in the middle of a radio broadcast when that happened. I was on a radio station, like, just promoting some local show or whatever, and they were like, we have some breaking news here. The Capitol building has been breached by protest. It's like... What do I say? I'm supposed to be funny now? Like, I'm the comedian, and like what? What are we supposed to do now? It was weird. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah. And it's just like the people that took over it, I'm like, thank God they didn't have an actual plan.
No, everyone got it. They were
looking... backpack full of bombs. There were still 50 U.S. senators there.
Dude, have they caught the guy that the FBI was, like, looking for the guy who placed the bomb, and, like, they had the video or the picture of the guy in all the black hoodie and the pipe bomb or whatever? Did they catch that guy?
I don't know if they have or not.
Man, I want him caught, man. I don't like that there's just a fucking pipe bomber chilling out there right now. Can somebody take care of this? Can we figure this out?
I'm the shaman guy.
Can we pretend that he killed the cop so you catch him faster? Come on, can we do something about this so that we can get this guy caught? God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna wonder what happened to the Blue Lives Matter crowd. It's like once that happened.
I don't know, man. That scared me.
When they killed the
cop at the Capitol, I was like, oh god, shit's getting real. Like, they killed a cop. Like, they killed a fucking cop, man. Like, that's on federal property. You killed a police officer, and then they killed, like, another police. I think 2 police officers died that day.
I think it was 2, yeah, or at least like one severely injured. And
so, like, aren't you guys the Blue Lives Matter guys? Isn't that you? Like. Mm-hmm. I even saw a flag with a blue stripe down it at the protest that killed 2 cops. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah. Everyone needs to start realizing, like, all these build-ups and, like, the shit, it's always gonna end in some shit like that. And you always feel it coming up. Everyone's always like, this shit's gonna peak, isn't it? Like, something's gonna happen, isn't it? You always feel it, but no one ever takes the route of, like, maybe we should just talk this out, man. Like, maybe we
I
should.
thought the body count was going to be 20 when it was happening. I was like, it's going to be at least 20 people.
I thought people were going to start. I thought I honestly thought like people were going to start getting shot like a lot more than they did.
Mm-hmm.
And
that one lady that was like going over that barrier.
The Air Force veteran, dude.
The Secret Service agent was just yelling, "Do not proceed any further." And she's like, "Oh, let's do it anyway." It's like, no, Secret Service.
What's that? What's going on? Do you have a gun pointed at my face? Don't go any further! And there's like senators back here, and she's like, "I'm coming in!" It's like, well, what do you think's gonna happen? What? Seriously, he's got a gun pointed at your head, and you're charging towards the senator, like where the senators are evacuating. What do you think's gonna happen?
And
you're gonna get shot.
Good. You got her right in the neck.
You're gonna get shot.
Yeah.
And you probably should have. I'm sorry. Cancel me. But like, I've seen people get killed for a lot less. Is what I'm trying to,
A lot less.
A lot less. If you talked about one of them at the beginning of the podcast, I'm pretty sure. So
counterfeit $20 bill.
And like, I think like people who listen, I'm in the middle of the political spectrum. I just want to know what's truthful, what's right, and let's do that. That is what I want.
See, I think I'm a North Dakota liberal. I think if I had to brand it as anything, it's like, I like guns.
That's okay.
I've been shooting guns since I was 9 years old.
I guess I'm a North Dakota liberal. I guess that makes sense.
That's it's like the only time you ever like
a centrist in North Dakota. I guess is a liberal in North Dakota. You're right. You're totally right. Like,
but also I think 42% of cancer patients going bankrupt within 18 months of their diagnosis.
Exactly. Thank you. You shouldn't have to lose your house because that is the only profitable, like, the doctor profits personally on cancer. What? Mm-hmm. What? And like people are like, that's not true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is true. Google it. It definitely is true. It's the only drug that doctors can buy at a low price and sell to patients at a high price. They're like a goddamn cancer retailer. That should not be a thing. Are you kidding me? But you can't say that because then it's, you hate the free market. No, I don't hate the free market. I just hate people dying for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I think capitalism is a great system. It just requires a set of brakes. Otherwise, it just, it's
exactly, man.
Barrel down the tracks.
Exactly. A Ferrari's a great car, but if it didn't have a brake on it, it'd fucking smash into a building, man. You gotta fucking slow it down, too. Exactly. Yep. That's a great analogy. I like that. I love that.
I mean, we're seeing that now with social media, for example. Like, 3 people that live in San Francisco get to just decide what's okay now.
Yeah.
They can cherry pick whoever they want. Because we
let
it happen.
Not yet. You cannot post yet. I have not decided that your term away from center is away from the town square is not yet gone. Like, that is where it's like the local cafe. Everyone used to go and chat and talk with people in there, and the local cafe is Twitter now. Like, so what? You just ban them for a week from the local cafe? Like, they didn't do anything. They just said something you don't fucking like. Mm-hmm. Unless if you posted, I'm going to assassinate the president today. Yeah, maybe. I get it. Shit like that is whatever. But, like, that's not what was going on when people get, like, I wrote a quote from The Office and got canceled for a month. What the hell? It's too far. It's too far. And I want to ask you about your opinion on cancel culture. It's a big term getting thrown around. So, here's what I see. And I just before, because I want to make sure that you don't think that I'm coming at you or anything. Mm-hmm. Cancel culture has been around forever. Forever. Mm-hmm. I just want everyone to think back to when Colin Kaepernick first took his knee. How many videos did you watch of his jersey burning and everyone saying, don't watch the NFL, boycott the NFL? But then the minute that someone else on like the other side of the table gets it for saying some racist shit into a microphone gets it, it's like then it's not okay. Like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. You can't boycott Cap and then like demand that Charlie Kirk is to go on campus and harass. Like, you can't demand both worlds. It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing about cancel culture. It's like, I think sometimes it's necessary, but it's just like, it does go overboard. And
of course it goes overboard.
Well, here's the thing. It's like some people will just like freak out actually knowing what the hell they're freaking out about. Like this whole Dr. Seuss thing.
Yes.
Dr. Seuss's estate, without any outside pressure whatsoever, took off 6 books.
Yeah, who said the Biden administration first? Who was that? Because that's not even true. The estate took away 6 books, and the Biden administration updated their policies to reflect that. And they were like, oh, Biden took away the books! Like,
and here's the thing. They weren't even as big as hits. They were album tracks at best.
They were not singles. They were not one-hit wonders. I'm telling you now.
The people like freaking out the loudest, I'm just kind of like, without Googling it, name 2 of them.
For real. Go for it. I can't.
Exactly.
Because I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care what you do with your own books. If you right now decide to pick up your laptop, throw it out the window, and it never comes back, I mean, I'm done. I mean, shit, it probably, like, I'll have to edit a little bit, but, like, that's about it. Like, it wouldn't really be the end of the world for anyone but you.
Yeah. But then again, it's like we also can't get to the point where you have a bunch of Michael Richardses, up at
For sure.
going around.
For sure.
Like, there has to be some kind of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like Bill Burr being canceled. Twitter tried to cancel Bill Burr for the 4th time. It's never gonna happen. Bill's always gonna be above that. It's like trying to cancel Rogan now. It's like they're past the point. You can't do it now. Unless he pulls some Chris D'Elia shit, then it's not like. Do you know what D'Elia did or is accused of doing?
I don't know.
I'm really disappointed, man. I'm really disappointed because this guy was like, I actually liked him, but like and it's not like he didn't do it because the victims posted the screenshots, like, and he was basically like. He says he didn't know the age because it was people who reached out to him first. But, like, any girl who would hit him up, he would immediately try to hook up with them in return. Even if they were, like, 16, 14, didn't matter. He didn't check. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so a lot of the underage ones were coming out saying, hey, man, here's the snaps that he sent me. Hey, man, here's the text that I got. Here's the whatever. And they're just posting screenshots, and it's like, oh, Chris, you got to be careful. You can't just... I get that they messaged you. But no one required you to message them back. You know how many messages I get on a daily basis? Most of them are telling me to go fuck off for something I posted. But, like, you know how many people I have to not answer on a daily basis? A lot. It's not that hard. You just don't open the fucking thing, and it just sits there. And then you can go and eat or do whatever you want with the rest of your day. Like, nothing. You don't need to... I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's... Even, like, with some Facebook posts, I have to, like, reconsider. I'm like,
I retype a couple posts every once in a while or just absolutely don't post it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to get out of the way? We've been about an hour here. Anything else you want to post real quick or anything else you want to say?
Me and my roommate, we got a podcast coming out soon.
Yes, we got to plug it. What's your podcast name?
We decided to go with Hostel Talk.
Hostel Talk?
Like a youth hostel or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually excited for your conversation. That's going to be great because it's Hostel Talk, Youth Hostel, and you guys are opposite political ideas. Mm-hmm. I'm going to love it. I'm listening to this shit.
He was in the Marine Corps, too, for like 4 years.
Do you guys have a hosting service? You guys have a hosting service, right?
We're just going to go on YouTube.
I'll give you an RSS link because I'm not interested in listening.
All right, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pretty cool. So we haven't even filmed our first episode yet.
Yeah, I'll get you an RSS link, and then you can just take over the link whenever you guys profit.
Okay. We don't even we're not even trying to do it professionally either. We're just kind of we have somebody.
No, but if you're not on Apple Podcasts and you're not on Spotify and iHeartMedia, you're not going to get growth. Though YouTube doesn't really have organic growth anymore. It's all big names now. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, last thing is I've been on YouTube for 13 years now.
It's changed a lot, hasn't it?
Back in the good days.
Remember Smosh and fucking what was their name? The 2 Asian kids that did all the skits. How to Be Ninja and How to Be Stupid and all this other shit.
Oh, okay.
Dude, God, those were the good days.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then Susan Rock come on board. Now it's like every 2 minutes is an advertisement, and it's like for instance, you can't talk about violence or do anything violent on YouTube, right? Like that's a policy. But unacceptable. You cannot. Anything with violence is unacceptable. You'll get pulled down. If you impersonate a politician, you'll get pulled down. If you it's crazy. I impersonated Hunter Biden, not even a politician, got pulled down.
So what are they going to do about SNL, where it's
But they're fine. They're fine because they're big.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen people with check marks do a lot of the same shit that I've done, and they didn't get their videos pulled down. So that's the thing with YouTube. If you're just starting there, you won't grow because YouTube won't let you grow. They've got advertisers in their pockets. They don't care about you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah, that's the way it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Late stage capitalism at its best.
Late stage. We're over the hill. We're going to the moon. Those days are gone. We're not happy anymore.
We're just burning out the clock until
we're waiting for the SRBs to just blow our space shuttle up again and for us to just be done. That's what we're waiting to be the Challenger right now. We're on our way up, and it's gonna explode at one point here.
But might as well enjoy the ride while you can.
That's mean. I shouldn't have said that. That's mean. Oh, Christ. All right, everyone. This has been Nicholas Johnsrude. You want anyone to find you on social media at all?
Oh, really?
Not yet. All right, so when your podcast comes out, I'll plug it, and then people can find that.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, well, I appreciate your time, dude. I will talk to you later.
Yeah, man, sounds good. I was going to say, this time really does fly.
Yeah, it really does.
I can almost do like another hour,
Well,
but I know you got a gig to do.
I told you. Yeah, I've got to go on
Podcast.
stand-up tonight. But all right, man, I will see you later, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, see ya.